Hello, my lovely loves. It is your favorite beauty barista, Layla, serving you yet another Yappuccino. And I'm actually really excited for today's video. I feel streamlined, focused, like that AI photo of a girl going to a Chipotle interview with that insanely fake braid. Do you know what I'm talking about? It's better if you don't. Today I'm about to go on a walk. It's funny, my grandma was like, why haven't you gone on a walk today? Go outside. So that's what I'm doing because honestly, I love a good walk and the heat wave hopefully is over. It's expected to be over, so I'm excited to go on a hot girl walk. So I'm gonna be just doing some fun makeup, maybe doing things that aren't even super flattering for me just to kind of have fun and experiment. And I want to talk about something that's been really on my mind in the past few days, which is how I kind of accidentally became an influencer, and how I'm kind of investing into that and exploring that. So we're going to talk about how I started on YouTube, how I found myself being an influencer, and the insane financial situation that I'm in. Partially due to like my decisions, of course, free will at the end of the day, but also due to just like the horrible ways in which our world is constructed. But I'll be really silly and goofy while I do it, so I hope you stick along. I forgot to do my baby skin, but that just happens sometimes. That's the primary name, by the way. I'm not just my baby skin. Anyways. The way that I could edit these things out, but just me being really stupid and saying the wrong thing is probably the most entertaining part of these videos. So I've been on YouTube for a long time as a viewer, of course, like many of us did, and I got my start as a viewer watching things like anywhere from Smosh, you know, comedy stuff, to things like Zoella, all like the British YouTubers who were, you know, going to Primark and Topshop and stuff. And so I always kind of like dreamed of being like a beauty influencer actually for a while. I don't know if I really posted that much on YouTube. I don't think I posted at all on YouTube beauty stuff, but around like a couple years ago I started posting like my makeup and stuff on TikTok and also posting booktube on YouTube. So I've always like wanted to be in front of a camera. I'm not gonna lie, like I didn't have friends when I was younger because I was like the weird kid, and then I like so that made me really want like fame and stuff and all that validation. And whenever I have a really close friendship, I think to myself, like, I don't really want to be famous, I just wanted this attention and stuff. But it's still like this desire, and it's because I know as an artist, interrupted by my grandma, who I'm living with indefinitely because the housing market is garbage. But anyways, what was I saying? But right, I just know as an artist, like, being famous is like the easiest way to be able to have access to all these cool things. And as an artist personally, I just have so many different things I like to do, and I think a lot of people have different things that they would be doing if they had the resources. And so, you know, I want to like be a writer, like a songwriter, and also a novel writer, and also like post makeup and stuff, and like be a visual artist. And yeah, so I still kind of wanted that for sure, I'm not gonna lie. And people are like, you shouldn't want this, you shouldn't want that. It's like, well, I do, so here we are. Using the Sephora foundation, even though it's like super thick and my skin's been dry lately, because she needs to be done. And I think I'm just gonna douse the shit out of my face with, I didn't do my brows after, which I usually do, so I don't know how well my sunscreen absorbed, but oh fucking well, what can you do? So last year I started posting on YouTube. I had been posting on Instagram shorts and reels, and I would just like, and it was a good way of doing it. I would basically film content just in my camera roll on my iPhone camera, and then I would be able to use that same footage across platforms. And then one day, I don't know exactly what galvanized me, but I think I figured I might as well put this stuff on YouTube shorts too. Like I might as well, it's not extra work because I've already edited it together in iMovie. All I have to do is add subtitles. So I don't know if my first short is still available, but it was just me showing my song Cool, which on Spotify there's the song Cool, and then there's a song Cool Cooler version, because the first one, you know, it was really trial and error. The first one wasn't mixed or mastered properly, so it sounded good in like the software I was recording on. But once it was converted to an MP3 and put on Spotify, it just sounded so different. So yeah, but I posted it and it got like 1,000 views and I was like, I'm famous. I was like, I've made it. Because YouTube Reels or YouTube Shorts was trying to compete with TikTok, just like Instagram is. And so they really are like, not always, sometimes my videos do be flopping, but at the start at least, they were really trying to like give you a bunch of views to keep you on the platform, keep you using it. And it worked, and I was just like, well, I'm practicing my songs every day, I might as well post covers and original songs. And it just took off from there. My hope was that my songs would just like blow up and I get like super successful immediately, and that didn't happen, but I still stayed consistent. And any moments where I wasn't consistent or like wasn't posting, it was because I got depressed, generally speaking, not because of, or like I had school and stuff to focus on, not because I didn't get the quick success that I wanted. And so I did that, and then I reached about 4,000 subscribers last October, I believe. Almost a year, oh my gosh. And that was like my high. And then I don't know, I don't know if I got depressed and stopped posting. I think that's what happened. And then it slowly trickled down to like less than 4,000. And even though I started posting again, it was still kind of a small following. And then I dated a man. And I definitely wasn't like, oh, I'm quitting music and I'm gonna run off with him. No. But I was just like so occupied with that and so excited. It was my first boyfriend, which I'm glad I had a first boyfriend, but God, I wish it wasn't him because he sucks. You can hear my music if you want to know how he sucked. But put on some setting spray. When I got back from that, I was so angry and I was like, I need an outlet for this. Like I need a way to say like fuck you to him without saying fuck you to him. And that's where the music came. Because the big problem with him was that he had this like self-fulfilling prophecy. So he thinks like, oh, everyone leaves me, but then he pushes them away. And then he also leaves them, but then he comes back, and then when I'm like, what the fuck? He's like, everyone leaves me. Everyone doesn't. No one understands me. Like I can't, like, no, love never works out for me. And it's like, well, yeah, because you don't want it to work out. Anyways, I was fucking pissed. So I started posting on YouTube again with like a vengeance and a passion. And then one of my YouTube shorts blew up, which is a whole thing. It has like over 1 million views now. And after that, like my videos got like 1,000 views per song, even if it was a cover, even if it was an original song, got 1,000+ views on it for like a week or so. And very quickly I reached 12,000 subscribers, where I'm sitting at now, which is absolutely crazy. On that channel, obviously I'm not on this one. You're like, girl, you're fibbing. I look like a deer. This is so cute. I remember I got like an Instagram like advertisement inviting me to like, that was like, see if you can become an Amazon influencer today and have your own storefront. And it was a general thing. It wasn't just targeted to me because I don't have a lot of Instagram followers. I mean, 900's a lot, but it's not a lot, you know. But it was just kind of like this thing, you know, because on TikTok they'd be like, ooh, join the influencer program, but then it's like, you don't have enough followers, fuck you. And then it's like, okay, why'd you even say this? But you actually can follow my TikTok, and then that would help me a lot. Anyways, so I just did it, and I accidentally did it with my other channel's email, this one, and it was like, no. But then I did it with my main channel and I was let in, and that was cool, and I had a storefront and I've gained 13 cents from that. But it was still like a really cool thing, and I was like, oh, I'm an influencer. But then a few days ago I was invited to join the Amazon Creator Connection program, and that's been a thing for a second because some campaigns on there have ended, but basically it shows a bunch of campaigns and then it like gives me the opportunity to like accept a campaign. So there's like thousands of them, and you just kind of find what works for you, and that's what I'm in now. And it wasn't until like I got that invitation that I was like, oh, wait a second, the whole I'm an influencer thing, it's not such a joke anymore. I told my friend I'm kind of on like the precipice of it, so I'm still like making jokes like my influencer era, but like I'm getting things sent to me in the mail and I could make money off them. And it's interesting to kind of, you know, in a way I feel like an imposter. I'm like asking these brands for stuff, and I'm like, why would they say it's a little old me? But then I remember that I'm like, I have some influence now. I have some like a little bit of clout, and I have something of value to bring into talks with brands, which is very cool. and inadvertently I do kind of get to beauty influence in my own way. And that's really, it's really interesting. Like, I definitely have been trying to be successful on my social media and stuff, don't get me wrong, but like, I was like, I guess I won't be a beauty influencer, and then it kind of just happened, which is really interesting. Now I'm going with my blush. Oh my god, didn't I say I was gonna do my blush first and not my bronzer? Whatever. I've talked about this blush on like the products I want to finish video. Oh my god, it's literally sweaty. It's so warm in this room, even though the heat waves, during the heat waves we had everything cool, and now the heat waves are over, it's like all warm inside and I hate it. I like this color. It just looks kind of different in the pan than it does on my face, if that makes sense. It always throws me off. I'm like, oh, it's gonna be too dark, and it's actually really nice. But anyways, so now I'm like becoming an influencer, and I'm kind of nervous that it's gonna like turn people off my channel or make them think I'm a sellout. But I also know that I just accepted a job, a minimum wage job, but like a job no less, that I'm planning on like working full-time if they'll let me, because I'm in crazy debt that I will talk to you about in a second. And frankly, like, it's not like I'm like holding my content hostage, but frankly I can't post as much as I like to for my channels if I have a full-time job elsewhere, you know. And so being able to finance this and have resources for it is really important to me, and is unfortunately essential, like, because I will need some sort of incentive to post stuff if I'm always tired, even when I'm not going to work. Like, it's gonna be insane. But that's the way the cookie crumbles. I know I'm not special in terms of how awful the economy is, but that's just like, I'm just saying that it's kind of inevitable that I'll have to do some selling. But I will say, like, I'm so serious when I say that I will only sell, like, pitch things and like do ads for things that I like, because there are things that have like been cute, for example, like things I can get for free and have sent and then like pitch them to you guys, but I'm like, that's expensive. Like, that is too much for what that is, and integrity is very important to me. I know, like, you guys really mean a lot to me too, and I don't want to like scam you guys. I never would. So yeah, you will see content like that happening, but there are products where I saw it and I was like, that looks cool, that looks fun, I'd love to show that to you guys. And you know, if you like it, you click on the link and then I get a little penny off it, and I can keep making content, and it's exciting. So yeah, Rare Beauty Blush next. That's what I did next. Maybelline Sun Kisser now. So yeah, and just a little insight into influencer marketing. Thankfully, I've like looked at these things because I used to watch drama channels, and I know how influencers do not disclose things properly. Things like PR too are not free. They're free like up front, you don't pay anything. But basically, like, if, for example, I have some makeup brushes coming, if they cost like $10, like, I think retail value, like they're sold as $10, then I add $10 to my income on taxes. And I'm glad that's something that I know now. And that also means I'm very selective about the things that I choose, because it's like, if that's not something that I would like and would use myself, then I'm just like wasting, you know what I mean? Like, then I'm just putting myself in further detriment. And as I'm going to explain to you, I can't fucking do that. So now we're going to talk about my finances. So, grew up with a single parent. That's always hard. Went to high school, was accepted into my top college, and then things happened, and I couldn't go because we basically didn't have enough money, is like the long story short. And unfortunately I won't get into it, but the person who was supposed to help me with all that, in my opinion, did not do what all they could have done, which made things really hard. This will not look as crazy soon, I think. Maybe it will. Who fucking knows? So instead of going to that college, I went to community college, which was a great idea. A great idea. I had met interesting people there. I got to kind of explore different kinds of classes without being like, this is costing me $1 million for a class that won't go towards my major. And it was just a really cool way to, it was just a really cool experience. I get like really nostalgic for it. I get nostalgic for the film classes at night. I get nostalgic for like the philosophy class, which was like, some of the classes in community college were harder than the college I went to. I get nostalgic for the hazelnut latte they had that I swear tastes like nothing else. Like, it's so good. I miss that. I just really miss that school. Is there even any product left in this? It's the Party Proof mascara from ColourPop, and it's fucking weird. I miss it oh so dearly. Then I went to UCLA. UCLA, top school, dream school. I got into it. However, I didn't have financial aid help with it. And again, I'm not going to go into it, but you can kind of probably, maybe you'll intuit things. I was not supported in filling out financial aid and stuff. And because I was not yet 24, I could not file as an independent. And so I had to basically pay out of pocket. So I worked my ass off in the year before. Where's my contour brush? It's probably in this bag. I worked my ass off at a restaurant, and I basically spent the $12,000 that were in my bank immediately on school. And then I had someone in my family like help me pay the rest, like half and half. And then things got bad for me, like personally, in my second year, because you do 2 years when you transfer. And I ended up having to take private student loans. If you can avoid that, do. Currently, I'm really hoping that my degree will pay off, but currently it's just not. I wouldn't say that I regret getting my degree. I think that's an extreme thing to say, even though I'm going to tell you like the finances, but it's definitely a very big risk, especially in this awful economy. So I took out $19,000 in student loans. I had $6,000 on a credit card from a manic episode I basically had, where I was like, I could die at any moment. I might as well spend money, which is a crazy way to live, but that's the way I lived. And because of that, when I finally got my $19,000 in, I was like, I'm gonna use that to pay off the credit card, and then I'll be credit card debt free, which is stupid because the credit card debt, like the interest rate is so much lower than it is. I don't know if it's like lower than it is on my student loan debt, but the student loans debt is like so much higher that it just like grows more exponentially than if it was just $6,000 on my credit card debt. So it's right here again. No, I'm gonna do my Fenty first. I'm using my Fenty liquid highlight. It's not great, honestly, but I just gotta use it up, you know what I'm saying? That's a fuck ton. That's like 10 applications. It's crazy. I wish I liked this product more because there's like so many uses in it. It's a dumb product. Like, what's it even doing? Like, it looks good when it's just like on my bare skin when I'm doing a really light look, but otherwise it just kind of like, I don't know, you can definitely see a shimmer, but it's just like, what's going on? Are you okay? Are you okay, blush or like Fenty highlight? What's going on? Yeah, I don't like that very much. I'll still link it, I guess, if y'all want it. If y'all think that looks good, maybe you do. But I'm not personally a fan of it. So basically, during school, when I was in school, my interest was $25 a month, and that was it, just during school. And so I'd pay $25 a month, and so it wouldn't grow. Then over summer, I didn't think about it much. I just kept it at that $25 balance, for our $25 minimum payment. I looked, and not only is it higher than I originally started, like the cost of my bank account, or in the cost of my loan is bigger than it started, but at this rate, next month, I'm going to acquire $3,000 in interest on it. Last month it was $1,500. So do you see how exponentially it can grow? Thankfully, I caught it like today's like the day before the payments due. So I put like the last money that I have and put it towards that to at least mitigate it a bit. But holy shit, like that's fucking crazy. That's so insane. Even on my best months, working my ass off, I've only made like $1,500, which is crazy. But I'm also taking deep breaths because I have a bachelor's degree, and it's in English, right? So it's like not the most practical to any extent. But because of that, if I get like a salary job, it will definitely help me get extra income in to pay off that. So I literally like freaking out would not help me at all. So I'm just trying to stay positive, but that's why I'm like, oh, you know, in the interim between now and getting my job, especially because my job doesn't start for a couple weeks, I definitely want to really give this influencer thing a push. And giving it a push requires, to an extent, being able to monetize it. So yeah, I hope you understand. Dire straits. Yeah, now I'm putting on this. Look at this dent I've made in this. I don't know if you can even see that, the dent I've made in this setting powder. I love this. I kind of love how broken it is though. That's probably what my ex said about me, because we didn't love me at all. Why who said that? Me. I said that now. Also, it's so sweaty. I hate when it's like, when it's so warm that like you just put your legs together and they sweat. It's like, what the fuck? Anyways, so yeah, I'm using this to chisel it out. Spraying this again because I have dry skin, but also because y'all know I'm trying to get rid of this. Y'all know I'm good. Before I forget, I'm sorry, I'm just letting it on my face. Put on my baby lips. I told y'all in my products that I want to finish video, which you can watch now, I do not like the baby lips. It's pretty. You see the glitter, but do you see how I have to do all that? It's like kids makeup. I have to do all that just to get so moisture, and even then this feels really weird. It's pretty. I've gotten compliments, but it's just like weird. It's next something eyeshadow though. I'm really excited about eyeshadow because I think do I want to go for warm tone? I don't know. Probably I was gonna go crazy and do warm tone because warm tone does not look great on me, but honestly, if I'm filming this for my content, then I want to look as good as I can. So I'm using my Natasha Denona palette. I'm again doing neutrals, which is really fun. Haven't done neutrals in a second. I don't know what I can't do what I did yesterday. I'm not gonna be boring like that. Maybe I like this palette a lot because it reminds me of Gossip Girl. Like these colors right here, like the girls in Gossip Girl always had some sort of like, oh, I didn't even do like a fucking all over shade. I just went in with the dark one. That's funny. They always had some sort of like smoky eye situation. Like Blair Water for like the gray, like corporate baddie smoky eye. You love to see it. So first I'm doing all that, but then I'm going to tap off my brush if I can. Go into this Mod shade because that's going to actually like get some good light color on my lid, which is what I should have done in the first place. Yeah, do you see that? Do you see that? I hope you do. It's this nice like creamy shade. Yeah, I feel like that's a clear difference that's made. So I'm taking this dark brown shade, Opart. I definitely want more packing brushes. I do have some free makeup brushes coming. I hope. I don't remember exactly what I got, but I'm so excited about those. But I do need a condensed brush. I think I got one from Essence, but that one I used for like black eyeshadow. So do you see it? It's carved really well, and it's 2 colors right now. We're just getting started, you guys. Then I'm gonna go in. Might be a little warm tone today. I'm taking this shade called Amara. I did a Megan Fox inspired look that I never posted that on this channel, but if you guys want me to, I can post that. It looked really good. It was my profile picture for a second on this account, but this color was used in that. You see it's not pulling too warm. Like it's clearly a warm shadow, but it's not like pulling orange on me. Before I realized that my eyes have some green in them, I would do like orange eyeshadow and I'd be so confused when it didn't look good on me because I was like, I have blue eyes, but I didn't exactly, which is why it looks so strange. So there's that. Then I'm gonna add this Groove color. These colors have always looked good on me, this kind of like plummy, like reddish plummy ones. There was this palette by this brand called The Balm, which still exists, but they don't have the palette anymore, and it's called Nude Tude, and that palette had like the best like shades in it, and they had a color that was even better than this, and my eyes would pop, and I miss that palette all the time. I think about it all the time. Okay, so I used that kind of warmer one. Then I'm gonna take the shade Jude again, which is just this neutral, slightly cool, I guess, beigey shade. I got a notification. What was that? Every time I get a notification when I'm filming, I'm like, that is like something serious, then it's like some dumbass spam mail or something. And then I'm taking, of course, the shade I talked about in my last Chit Chat Get Ready With Me, Vivienne. We're hitting pan on her. I mean, we've been hitting pan, but like we're really like getting in there. It's a very crumbly loose shadow, but I like that. So that's the look so far. There's a little hiccup here where like I didn't like blend the primer out enough or whatever. I don't give a fuck because I'm just going on a walk. I'm just going on a walk. I also need to remember to do the colorful tight line that I was gonna tell you guys about last time. I told you about it, but I didn't do it. So also there's a line of fuck, God knows what up there, but whatever. I actually might say fuck it and go with like a kind of warmer but still like so Gossip Girly glitzy shade. I'm actually really excited about this. This is in the shade, I don't even know because so many things are out of order. What shade is this? I think this is the shade Jude actually, because this is, oh yeah, because I think this is Jude, because this is definitely not nude mauve. I think this is called Jude, but if you look at the palette online, ooh, then you'll see it. But like, bitch, do you see her? And that's so Gossip Girl. Like, don't even say like Serena Vanderwoodson and this palette. And they really are like, I know people say like creamy shadows, but this really is creamy. Remember, I wanted to fuck one of my teachers, because of course I did, and I wore this on the last day of class as eyeshadow, and good choice. I didn't fuck him. That was a weird way to be like, I just like felt good. I don't know if I'll leave that in. We'll see. And then I still like don't want to just like flatten up, you know, my eyes. I always like pound my lips to look really stupid when I do it. I want to still have like a lighter inner corner shade. So what did I do? I feel like last time I went in with Psychedelic. Yeah, am I using Psychedelic again? Is that what is happening? I think I'm gonna use Glitz again because I love y'all, but Psychedelic is like a special occasion kind of thing. And I know I said like blah 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 everyday special occasion. I'm like, yeah, but also like I'm getting $100 in interest on my student loans every day, so I don't want to run out of my favorite shade. I don't want to do that, and Glitz is still gorgeous. I'm gonna take, I don't mind this pink hitting pen because it's like a few bucks, and I like this, the shade's actual crack for me. I literally can't stop using the shade. Yeah, like the white inner corner I fear will never be wrong. Strangely, I'm not feeling eyeliner today. I mean, I always do eyeliner, but I feel like there's kind of like a fairy, like when I smoke out my eyes like this so it has its own like eyeshadow wing, I feel like a fairy. Where's my mascara? Where's my mascara? It's probably in my bed. Oh, it's right here. Maybelline Firework Mascara. I think I got this for free in the mail. I have so many free mail samples. I love free mail samples, which is not to be confused with the Amazon one. Like, sample talk is like a whole other thing. I will say content creation is like generally like it's like so fun for me. Like, I know that I don't post sometimes because sometimes I really do think I need to get my blood get a blood test, because most times I'm very fatigued even after like a big energy drink and like some coffee. So it's like subtle, but it's still pretty. But when I actually can get out of bed, it's delightful. So something that you'll just kind of find as you're doing makeup is that some things work for other people that just don't work for you, and the eye's like the biggest part. So I found out that like an actual like cat eye like this doesn't really flatter me as much as one that's more like almost a straight line. I found that doing mascara all over my lashes doesn't look as flattering as just focusing on the outer V. And I think with tight line it's the same thing for black eyeliner, but I haven't tried this one, so I'm gonna do this through my tight line. See, I love it because it's like, it's a pop of color, but it's like nothing like huge and crazy, you know, like it's so gorgeous. It's by LA Girl, or LA Colors, in the shade Wonder. It's their neon gel. And I also have one called like Mermaid Tail Shimmer, I think is what it's called. And I haven't tried this one yet. Let's try it actually. Let me swatch it. Why not? Okay. It's not as pigmented as I like. It's more glitter than pigment, which is not ideal, but I'm still excited. It's so beautiful. I feel so gorgeous, to be honest. So I'm being different for the lips. I usually use a dark lip liner, but I have this NYX one in the shade Natural, I think. Yeah, and it doesn't really like define, but I don't know, I use like my dark ones all the time and I want to get use out of all mine. So it's less than I remember, but it's fine. Sometimes I like lighter lip liners because what I really like to do is that if you find that like, oh, there's a good tip. If you like find that like really bold matte colors just don't look good on you or something, or if any bold, it doesn't have to be matte, like a bold red or something, sometimes having like a natural lip liner that's like lighter than the shade can like help soften it out and give it that kind of like blurred like dimension. It just looks good. I'll show you sometime. I'll do a red lip tutorial because I hate the way I look at red lips, but I want to wear them more. So I'll show you what I do for red lips. So as you can see, it's like, looks kind of weird right now, but then I'm gonna add, I'm excited. So I'm gonna do my Dior lip glow because I've been wanting to use this more. I'm just gonna dab it on though because I don't want it to be too thick. It can get too thick, but if you just kind of, oh my gosh, you can't really see the effect of it because there's already like a similar shade as the Baby Lips one. Oh my gosh, do you see how juicy that is? Like, and then the next product is one that I do have a commission for. I have a campaign. I'm so excited about it. It's the Clarins lip oil. You can probably see I've used this many times before. I've had this for a while, especially you can see when I open it up. I'll even probably add my Ulta receipts. You know, I've like paid for this item, although I hope they send more because I love this. It smells so juicy. It's so hydrating. It really is like such a velvety like feeling on the lips too. I'm not just like singing its praises because I can get some money off it. Like, it really is so gorgeous. It's a really great texture, and I'm like I literally don't use it a lot because I'm like it's a pretty penny. It's definitely like an investment, but I just love it so much, and it's really that instant like lip recovery that is so nice to have, and it tastes like good. I don't know. I had the original sample of this in the Sephora favorites, like I think Gimme Lip Kit, and I liked it so much about the full size, so I am paid for that. Hashtag ad. I mean, I'm not like paid. I get paid off commissions, so I could get paid like $0 for that, but I am so honest that I love it. And this is the final look. I'll show you better lighting. It's the final look. Probably need to blend out my eyes a little more. Let's just get my finger in there. And so like I probably could have setting spray a million more times than I probably will. But yeah, I don't know. I had a lot of fun doing this. I think it still looks good on me. I think sometimes, you know, makeup has become a different person. So sometimes if you're wearing something like warmer eyeshadow, it's not usually you. It's like you're playing a character, you know? And that can be fun too. I feel really beautiful. I like can't stop looking at myself, and that's okay. You might think I'm vain, but that's fine. And I'm just so happy and so warm and so blessed for all of you. Thank you so much for all of your support, and I'll see you next. Please leave requests for what you'd like to see. I'll see you next time.